Greetings, job people. Here at Shalom Health and Metaphysics Store, I'm your brother, Dr. Shalom. Here, wanting to share with you guys another wonderful herb that has been used for centuries, and this can be used also for your alternative healing. So today's herb of the day, we are speaking about lemongrass. Many of you guys have already known about the lemongrass. Another name they have used this for is called citronella grass. This is native in the Southeast Asia area, the North African area, and also the West India area. So as I was doing my little research, and I found that the Asians have been using this as a popular tea and spice for over centuries, guys. You have about 55 different species of lemongrass in that region. And they have been using this as an anti-inflammatory tea, right? So if you were dealing with some type of hyperacidity, if you were dealing with a chronic ulcer, and plus this really tastes really good, it smells really good, I think a lot of people would know that this changes the perception of pain because it can help heal those ulcers and gastritis and inflammatory markers that are going on inside of your body. Now, I did a little research on MRSA. So I found that, that is a resistant strand to streptococcus. So whether you have streptococcus in your throat or on your skin, this can change how your immune system modulates how you produce cytokines. So cytokines also work with TNF alpha. So this can change the perception of pain. Now, allow me to get into the chemistry just a little bit. This is a triterpene glycoside, meaning that it can permeate plasmic lipid bilayers. So if this happens to go up into the olfactory system, where up into your nose, if you're using essential oil, diffusing it into the air, this will basically reduce mental stress. It will reduce anxiety, reduce depression, and also I put on here, it can lower fevers. You see that? Lower fevers and also gets rid of headaches. So I grew up in a house where my mother would use pine sol. So pine sol has citral in it. This is a part of the triterpene glycosides. It's a part of citral, myrcene, geraniol, and up on those are also constituents of limonene and citrulline. But my mother would use the pine sol to clean up our house, and I still use pine sol to this day because of the citral effect. And what that does is actually lifts up your spirits. So I found out in traditional folk religions like hoodoo, they would use the lemongrass as a way to clean up their house spiritually as well. So it transitions into our generation, and a lot of these citral products are found in our cleaning supplies today. Also, it's found in our perfume industry and it's found in our food industry. So just to give you a little keynote about the perfume industry, I said in our lavender video that you can use this as a insect repellent. Now we know mosquitoes hate citrus type of agents. So we will use that against the mosquitoes, but the other thing that is kind of a catch-22, it attracts bees. Now I like to follow the honeybees, so I realized that the citral is actually the same citral that the bees let off with their pheromones. And that's also a sex hormone for bees. So if you find that you have on a perfume that has citral in it, know that the bees are going to be attracted to you. All right, so the other part about it is that this is a part of the food industry, right? Citral is a part of all of the flavorings for our sodas, our juices. A lot of the different foods would have citral in it. And a lot of people may think that limonene is a part of that, but limonene is probably the third most abundant. Second would be the citrulline, and first would be the citral. So keep that in mind, that citral is very heavily used across all industries, and we've been using it for centuries. But back in 1947, before the World War II, they would use the citral as a multi-stage process to synthesize and produce vitamin A. Now, we don't use that anymore, but they only use things like butene and formaldehyde. But I think that would have been a safer way so that we could actually get our retinol esters. But I guess we would run out of lemongrass if we used it that way. So lemongrass has still multiple different benefits. It has been used for glucose regulation for diabetes management. I found that if you drink this for 30 days, you will increase your hemoglobin, you will increase your red blood cell count, and you will also increase your potassium. Now, increasing your potassium can be a bad thing. If you are on diuretics, it could be a bad thing. The other part about it, it could be a good thing, because if you're high in sodium and you raise your potassium, it's going to lower your sodium and therefore your blood pressure will be low. So you can also use this as a way to lower your blood pressure, right? The other bad part about it is that you can't use this if you are pregnant. Now, I'll put on here that this relieves PMS symptoms. If you see that, then that means you cannot use it if you are pregnant, because it can cause a miscarriage. Basically, if it's relieving PMS symptoms, it's going to cause a menstrual flow. So keep that in mind if you're drinking the lemongrass and you have those type of conditions. I just want to let you guys know that use this as a disinfectant. Use it as the antimicrobial and antifungal situations. I put on here also about AIDS and oral infections. So if you are dealing with the thrush on your tongue, which is a part of candida, you can use this as a tea and drink the lemongrass tea to help you out heal. So this is all that I wanted to share with you guys. I know it's a long video, so much into the lemongrass. Please take up the lemongrass, and thank you guys for listening.